Here now to talk to us, the guy who's been here multiple times before, and he is trying to help us do one of our goals on Liquid Lunch, which is to make Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez bartend again. And Rich Valdes joins us. This is a guy who's always here for us when we need him. He is taking it to AOC, and Frank, we've been chronicling this stuff, tweets and parade confrontations.
That's right. Very interesting situation at the Puerto Rican Day Parade, which the mayor was in Iowa for. But Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was here, and somebody that she wanted...
When you bring up the mayor, I just can't help it.
That's somebody that wanted...
We're still looking for him.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez looked like she was actually running away when you, Rich Valdes, were going over to talk to her to ask about your debate invitation. So first, before we get into what's happened since then, tell us exactly what happened.
Sure. So I had the opportunity to march with the Guardian Angels, and I've been supporting the work that they're doing in the 14th District because they've been challenging and doing safety patrols in the 14th District to combat the MS-13 gang violence that's plaguing principally the Bronx and Queens. So, as you guys know, there was a fatal incident that happened right at the 90th Street train station. I was walking up the parade route with a couple of folks, and somebody said, "Oh, look, that big flag." I saw a big Puerto Rican flag banner, and it said, "Todos juntos," which means all together. And it said, "Los de aquí, los de allá," those that are here and those that are there. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. And then I saw Congresswoman AOC was behind the banner, and she walked over to the left side of Fifth Avenue. So I said, you know what, let me quickly cross the street and introduce myself, say hello, let her know that I've asked for the opportunity to debate the issues on the podcast, This is America, several times, and quite frankly, I could do it anywhere. But I tried to reach out to say hello while she was shaking hands with someone else, and she kind of looked at me, gave me a little bit of like a side eye, and pulled her hand back and literally just ran to the right side of Fifth Avenue. And I was like, wow, I see how this works. And I thought to myself out loud, you can run, but you can't hide from the issues.
Now, one quick question, somewhat unrelated to that, in terms of just getting the record straight. I see some of the graphics that we put up for you, like the one that we just did with you at the parade, have your name spelled with an S, and then others, like your lower third, are with a Z. Is it like a Osama kind of thing where you can use both, or is there an actual proper
the proper way is with an S. My family name goes back into Spain, and it's with an S.
Oh, so it's not really Valdes, it's Valdes.
It's Valdes.
Valdes.
Now, listen, we try to stay nonpartisan on this show.
Sure.
Okay, so personally, I'm a supporter, but we haven't taken a position yet on who we're favoring when you run against AOC. But we did get these shirts made. Do you think you can make this happen?
We're giving very strong consideration to it because her policies are what I've called all-out crazy. I think that to try to turn the Bronx and Queens into a war zone like Venezuela is all-out crazy. To try to promote a program like the Green New Deal, as altruistic as it may be, it's unrealistic. That is an all-out crazy proposition.
So, Rich, let's look at the reaction. So there was this big article in the New York Post. You were kind enough to jump on the phone with us when it was breaking news at the time, this parade incident. And then this got a ton of pickup, as everything Ocasio-Cortez related does. And people were talking about it on social media. And so you posted this article, and then what happened?
So, yeah, I shared the article, and I believe Team AOC decided to acknowledge me, but they did so with a tweet with the F-bomb. And I thought it was in poor taste, but I shared it out there, and the New York Post, I think, picked it up and did a follow-up on the story, reached back out to him, and the spokesperson, and he deleted it. I don't know at whose request or how that went down, but either way,
just so you know, our team,
not a good look.
Our team, our crack squad here, we got it before it was deleted. We put it on the show that day. You were nice enough to talk to us for a few minutes that day. But one of the things, as somewhat a decent marketing person, I think, when you write a tweet telling somebody pro-move, and then you use a curse word when you represent the congresswoman without even, marking it up, like actually write the word, that's a minor league move.
Yeah.
And, it seems like
Well,
maybe-
dropping the F-bomb might have been very minor league, but I think what was really intellectually inferior was the understanding that they kind of put out there, saying that somehow you need to be entitled, and I'm
Yeah.
quoting their language, to speak to a member of Congress.
If you think asking for it is going to get it for you, you got another thing coming,
Yeah,
sonny.
I thought that was puzzling, and that's something, if I were them, I'd walk away from and apologize for.
You'd think she'd welcome the opportunity to put her ideas out there
Absolutely.
before
Yeah,
her constituents.
Exactly. You have the This Is America podcast.
Yes, sir.
also. You do a heck of a lot around media and stuff. I know you live in New Jersey right now, so I want to call it straight for our audience. You are willing to move to New York into the 14th if you decide to take her on.
Yeah, I'm a native New Yorker, originally from Brooklyn. I have family all over the Bronx, in Throgsneck in particular, and I am considering doing that because I see the challenges that her policies present. If she wasn't so radical with her policies, or if they better matched up with the people, this wouldn't even be a consideration.
I like the way Frank does the Cortez. He rolls the R, but he doesn't know that Valdes is with an S. You know what I'm saying? So
You got to give him kudos for trying.
Yeah, he did do good.
Well, I was just wondering because they were both up there. You got to go with where the rubber meets the road.
That's why he's the managing editor.
Exactly.
He fixes all
I'm
that
editing.
stuff. I don't do anything.
While managing.